We are now ready to add furniture into our room. I'm going to start by doing a table in the middle of the room. Now, the trick with one-point perspective and furniture is that I'm going to draw the very edge of the table as if I was looking straight at it. And I'm going to draw it down in here. Now you say, Mrs. Humrick, but it'd be up to the wall. Well, this is perspective. So I'm going to come somewhere right about there, where it looks like I'm drawing it on the floor, but I'm really not. You're going to love the magic when you see this. I'm going to draw my table as if I'm looking straight at it. There are my table lines. Let's draw the legs. Okay, I've drawn my table as I'm looking straight at it. Now, just like we did with outside perspective, we're going to draw the projection line from all of these points to our vanishing point. So let's do the top corner. Now I know that my table's not going to go all the way to the center, so I just have to draw it up far enough. Match up my vanishing point in my corner, draw it. I think I want my table to be about this big. So I'll draw the end, and once again I'll erase the construction lines. This project, it is very important that you use light construction lines and help it erase so that they don't show up when you do your final. I will not see this floor to wall line through my table, so I'm going to erase that too. Now here's the cool thing about perspective. I know that any line that I project, like if I projected this one and it goes through my object, I'm not going to see that. I'm only going to see those things that project and don't project through the object. So when I draw my leg, if I project from this corner, it goes through the leg, and I know I'm not going to see that line. But if I draw from this one, I see it. So I need to draw that one. Let's move over here. If I draw this one, oh, it does not go through the object, so I'm going to see that one. If I draw this one, it does go through the object, and so I'm not going to see that one. I'm now going to draw my vertical line that is parallel, my vertical line, and I now have the table legs. Now sometimes, depending on the size of your table, you will see the back legs, but in this particular case we're not. But let's draw the chair, and you will. So once again, I'm going to draw a chair right here. I draw the side of my chair as if I'm looking straight at it. And you can do a simple chair. It does not have to be a hard chair. There's my legs. There's my legs. Let's do the end. Erase my construction lines so they don't mess me up. Remember to use your ruler. It is your friend. Okay, I have the side of my chair drawn as if I'm looking straight at it. Yes, I'm going to project all those corners. So I go to this top corner. Does it go through my object? No. So I'm going to project it. Move to the next one. Does it go through my object? No, so I'm going to project it. Go to this corner. Does it go through my object? No, so I'm going to project it. Go to this corner. Does it go through my object? Yes. It goes to that seat, so I'm not going to see that one. See this corner? Project it. This corner? Project it. And I have projected the top of my chair, the back, where the back and the seat go, and I've projected the side of the front of my chair. So let's do the same thing. Match the angle. Same thing we did with the house. Draw the line. Match the angle. Come to where it meets. Draw the line. Match the angle. Draw the line. Let's erase all my extra construction lines. Now, I happen to know, oops, I forgot to do this one. Match this angle right here, and we're going to draw that down. Okay. I happen to know that I could see this other front leg of the chair. So I'm going to take this line right here, and I'm going to project it. And that shows me where the chair leg falls on the bottom of the floor. So I'm going to put that down, and just as this goes over, it will go over. Like that, and this one will also go up. Okay, so I see the front of my chair, and let's project the back leg of my chair, so from the corner, and I happen to know it's going to fall the same spot there. Here's my leg, there's my leg, there's my leg, and there's my leg that comes like this, and erase that. And I now have the back chair, the back legs of the chair, and the front legs of the chair. Oh, easy. This is so cool. Let's put in a dresser. I want the dresser to be here underneath the window. So again, I'm going to draw the front of my dresser. I'm going to draw the side of my dresser. But I happen to know that dressers usually come right along the wall, and they end right where the floor meets the wall, and they're right against it. So I'm going to draw this line to where it comes to the floor, and then using my parallel line, it's parallel to my paper, and okay, I have drawn the side of my dresser as if I'm looking straight at it. I'm erasing my extra lines that I would not see through my object. You guessed it, we're going to project this one, this one, this one, but I don't have to project this one because it goes through the dresser. So let's match up our vanishing point, project the top of the dresser, project the top of the dresser. If you did those houses and those buildings, you will find this is exactly the same, and it will be so easy. Okay, match my line, move it over, bring it down, match my angle, bring it up, bring it over. Oh, isn't that so cool? Okay. Let's erase this line and where it goes through the furniture because we won't see it. Let's put drawers in. I happen to know that the top of my drawer will come from my vanishing point, so I'm going to draw that. And the bottom of my drawer, again, line up with your vanishing point. Let's do the next drawer. And the next drawer. The next drawer. And the bottom of the third drawer. Okay, vertical lines go vertical. So we're going to move it over and just connect that, and I can erase my construction lines. And we'll come over here. We'll connect these. Not quite erase that line. Yeah, let's put handles in it. Handles are going to fall vertical. Okay. Alright, we have our dresser. Isn't that cool? Let's put a bookcase in over here. Then we're almost done. Once again, I know that my bookcase goes against the wall on the floor, but this time I'm going to start it back here against this other wall. So here is where it would fall against the wall. Here's where it would go against the floor. I'm going to move it up, do my vertical line, and do the top of my bookcase. Now I'm going to project these points. Oh, Mrs. Summerlin, it's going the other way. Yes, because this bookcase is tall. So I'm going to project that. I'm going to match up to my vanishing point and project that corner. Match up to my vanishing line. Project that corner. And match up to my vanishing line and project that corner, which is the floor to the ceiling. We see that. Now I'm going to match my angle and this line to this line. Okay, match my angle here. There. Match this angle here, just like we did with the buildings. Let's erase our construction lines. And the last one is going to be from this corner to this corner. Uh-oh. Doesn't quite match up. Let's see. I did not quite match the angle. Okay, there's the edge of it. So this should actually come that should go there. And this line goes right through. I'm not going to see it, but I will see it in here because you can see inside the bookcase, right? So bookcases are a little tricky because in a dresser you can't see inside the dresser, but you can see inside a bookcase. Let's put some, the bookcase has width, so we're going to draw where that bookcase, where you can see the edge of that bookcase. Okay, now let's draw some shelves. Again, I match up my vanishing point. I'm going to draw a shelf right there. I won't see the shelf past this end. Let's draw a shelf right there. And let's draw a shelf right here. Now, are my shelves just a line thick? No. So let's give it some width. Draw that. That. And draw that. Now here's the tricky thing about a shelf. I have the width, but I need to see where the shelf hits the edge of the bookcase. It follows this line. Okay, so because I put some depth in my bookcase, that moves that up a little. Okay, I'm going to match my angle. Match my angle. Match. See, I'm still matching that angle. Now I have where the bookcase goes, and I can do the back part where the bookcase meets where the shelf meets the back of my bookcase. Where the shelf meets the back of my bookcase. And where the shelf meets the back of my bookcase. Bookcases can be a little tricky, but they're awfully fun if you get it. Now erase where you're not going to see this line going through the shelf. Let's draw those lines in there. Okay. I want to add some books to the bookshelf. I know books sit vertically, so I'm going to draw a bunch of vertical lines as they sit on that shelf. Books can be different heights. I know that I'm not going to see any of these lines behind my books. I know the height of my books is going to fall with my vanishing line. I can make them all the same height, or I can change the height, which is what I've done. Make sure I erase those. And again, just like this did, the back of my books go back into my space. Okay. Make sure you erase this, and I have books on my bookshelf. Your assignment is to do an interior room. You need to have a door, you need to have a window, and you need to have 3 pieces of furniture. So you can have a table, you could have 2 chairs. That would be 3 pieces of furniture. You could have a table and a bench. You could have a table, a dresser, and a bookcase. It doesn't matter what furniture you have, as long as you have 3 pieces of furniture sitting in your room in perspective. If you wanted, you could put something on this back wall. Maybe you want to do a chalkboard. Maybe you want to put a computer or a PlayStation in the room. Let's put a chalkboard that says, "School is cool." The other thing you can do is do perspective outside your window. And if I do that, remember, it still has to go to the vanishing line. So if I want to do trees, I'm going to pretend that my trees are this high. But my trees go below the window sill, but I still have to kind of eyeball that in. And now I can draw trees. They fall where my perspective would be. And I can draw that outside my window as if I would see that. Okay? So your assignment again is to do an interior space, do 3 pieces of furniture, do a door and a window. You do not have to color it. Have fun!